हम सैर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर, चलो करें हम सैर रूहानी, चलो करें हम सैर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर। स्मृतियों के हम पंख लगा के तीनों लोक में जाए, तीनों कालों में चारों युगों में आओ चक्र लगाए। स्मृतियों के हम पंख लगा के तीनों लोक में जाए, तीनों कालों में चारों युगों में आओ चक्र लगाए। पार करेंगे हंसते हंसते, पार करेंगे हंसते हंसते भवसागर को तैर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर। स्थूल वतन से ऊपर अपना सूक्ष्म वतन ये आया, यही फरिश्तों की दुनिया पहने प्रकाश में काया। स्थूल वतन से ऊपर अपना सूक्ष्म वतन ये आया, यही फरिश्तों की दुनिया पहने प्रकाश में काया। सबसे ऊपर मूल वतन घर, सबसे ऊपर मूल वतन घर, जाए तनिक यहाँ ठहर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर। आदिकाल में आत्माएं जब धरती पर है आई, देवी देवताओं की दुनिया स्वर्ग यही कहलाई। आदिकाल में आत्माएं जब धरती पर है आई, देवी देवताओं की दुनिया स्वर्ग यही कहलाई। थे भंडार भरे भारत के, थे भंडार भरे भारत के, लगे सुखों के ढेर। सतयुग को हम मुख दे अपना, कलयुग को दे पैर। सतयुग त्रेता बीते द्वापर, कलयुग की अब बारी, रावण के पारी शुरू हुई पर आखिर आकर हारी। सतयुग त्रेता बीते द्वापर, कलयुग की अब बारी, रावण के पारी शुरू हुई पर आखिर आकर हारी। खैर चलो अब लौट चले घर, खैर चलो अब लौट चले घर, हो ना जाए देर, हाथ में हाथ दिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर, चलो करें हम सैर रूहानी, चलो करें हम सैर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर, चलो करें हम सैर रूहानी, चलो करें हम सैर, हाथ में हाथ लिए बाबा के, चलो करें हम सैर।
Om Shanti. Let's begin with Baba's remembrance. I, the soul, sit in the awareness of my past, present, and future. I am a soul. I see myself through the eye of knowledge. I am an eternal star of light. Beyond death, my home is the sweet world of light. Shanti Dham, the world of peace. Beyond this blue sky, beyond what the two eyes can see, beyond the physical dimension, there is my home. A world of light, a world of silence, my home of peace. As I remember my home, as I remember the time when I was in my sweet home, completely bodiless, a star of light in the world of light. I feel the deep peace, the absolute purity of my sweet home. This is my origin. Just like the stars shine in the blue sky, I, the star of light, dwell in my home of red light. And from there, I descend onto the stage where the drama is going on. As I come in my state of purity, I take an absolute pure body. A body that is perfect. That is made of pure elements. A body that gives me only sukh. In this beautiful world, every relationship is a relationship of harmony, love, and respect. The relationship with the elements of nature is beautiful. Nature is happy to serve me. With its beauty, its abundance, its nutrients. This is my past. This is my origin. Just sit with these thoughts for some time. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today we will understand what happens in other parts of the world after Satyuga and Treta Yuga. Yesterday we understood that the world becomes fragmented. Earlier it is one landmass, and there that is the deity religion. But later, when the landmass gets separated, and then in Bharat we saw how the evolution of bhakti happens. But what happens in other parts of the world, we will understand that through a tree today. So I'll share the picture first. So this is the picture of what we call the kalpa tree. Okay? And kalpa means a period of 5,000 years. So this is a tree depicting the journey of 5,000 years. And in this tree, you see on the vertical axis, there is time. So there is confluence age right down here, then golden age shown in golden color, then silver age, copper age. Copper age is this whole expansion, then iron age, this whole expansion. So this is time on the vertical axis. And then on the horizontal axis, you have the religio-political history of that time, what happens in every yuga, every time. And you see, Shiv Baba is also called a seed. So when I told you the three meanings of the word Shiva, I told you it's a point, a seed, and a benefactor. Now, so if Shiv Baba is this seed, which is the tree? So this is the tree of humanity. And the seed of this tree is Shiv Baba. And why is Shiv Baba called the seed? For two reasons. One, Shiv Baba tells us the whole story of the tree. So the seed contains the essence of the tree. So the Shiv Baba tells in the Murlis that if the seed of a mango tree could speak, it would tell you the whole story of the mango tree. Because right from the beginning till the end, the seed is there, right? Seeing everything. So Shiv Baba is also the seed because he is the only one who tells us the whole story of humanity. And then second is, just like the seed nourishes the tree, so this whole tree, this tree of humanity, receives its nourishment of knowledge, purity, peace from the seed Shiv Baba. So this is the tree that Shiv Baba is the seed of, and Shiv Baba is called Bij Roop, the seed of tree, and this is the tree. Now this kalpa tree, if you see, so first we will start with, you see on the top there is this Brahma Baba shown, and then this Brahma Baba is also there right here in the bottom. So just like you see a tree, when it gives rise to a new, when a tree has to give birth to a new plant, then parts of the tree itself become the instrument for creating a new plant. Similarly, when this tree of humanity becomes very old, comes to Kali Yuga, then Shiv Baba takes souls from Kali Yuga and makes them, uses them to create the foundation of a new tree. Yes, so we are sitting in the foundation, and there is Brahma Baba, there is Mamma, which we have not received the introduction of, which we will receive later. So there is Brahma Baba, Mamma, and then there are other BKs shown in this tree. So this is Dadi Prakashmani, this is Dadi Janki, this is Dadi Gulzar. So there are other BKs also shown sitting in the roots of the tree. Can you see yourself in the roots of the tree? So you are also sitting in the roots of the tree. Yes, and we are all here in the roots. And roots of what? Roots of a new tree. So a new tree or a new world is coming, and we are creating that world sitting underground. So you see, practically you are here at the top of Kali Yuga, right? So you are in Kali Yuga practically, but then when you are in yoga, you are here underground in the confluence age. And then when you are in yoga, remembering Shiv Baba, then you are part of the process of creation, and you are creating a new world through your thought, word, and vibrations. Yes, so this is how we are creating a new world. Do you believe in the power of thought? Do you believe in the power of good wishes and good feelings? Do you believe in the fact that seeing is being? So, science says that when you look at something differently, then even the atomic movement of that thing starts changing. So, our meditations involve withdrawing our attention from the old world and sitting in remembrance of Shiv Baba and seeing ourselves in the new world. So seeing ourselves as a deity world and seeing the world as a golden aged world. And when we draw love and light from Shiv Baba, when we draw peace and purity from Shiv Baba, then that peace and purity is not restricted until us. It spreads in the form of vibrations into the atmosphere that we are living in. And then when we create when we visualize the new world with the eye of knowledge that Shiv Baba has given us, then we are actually creating the new world in that process. So, and of course, all of this is also changing our sanskars, and then we are choosing actions which are creating Satyugi sanskars. So, all of this is happening, and we are here right now. Whenever we are in meditation, we are like at the root, giving rise to a new tree, in the active in the process of creation. And you see, the only part of a tree that is connected to the seed is the roots. Yes, no other part of the tree is directly connected to the roots. And this root denotes time also. I told you the vertical axis denotes time. So what time does this root stage denote? It denotes the confluence age, the Sangam Yuga. And only at this time do we have connection with the root, with the seed, Shiv Baba. And no other part of the tree is directly connected to the seed, because in no other yuga does Shiv Baba come and Shiv Baba give his knowledge or powers or teach us how to draw power from him. So this is the only yuga where we have Gyan and the knowledge of Rajyoga. How to connect your mind to God, that also God comes and teaches. And then you have the knowledge here when Shiv Baba comes. So this is the root. And then you see starting from the root, then there is this two yugas, which is a single trunk. There is no division in this trunk, single trunk, no branching. Yes, so this is the golden age, 1250 years, heaven, silver age, 1250 years. So these two yugas, they don't have any branching because there is one religion, one language, one kingdom, one clan, and one idea, ek mat, which means everybody. So there is no duality in people's thinking also. So there is no duality in thought, there is no duality in religion, there is no duality in kingdom, there is no duality in language, there is no duality in customs. So it is in Hindi, it is called Ek Dharam, Ek Bhasha, Ek Rajya, Ek Kul and Ek Mat. So this is why there is no branching here and there is no duality here. And you see, we say that when there are two, then they fight. Yes, if there is only one, there is no fight. And that is why there is no fighting, no sorrow in these two yugas, because there is no duality. The concept of two doesn't exist. No two kingdoms, no two religion, no two language. Everything is the same, no two customs. So you see here right now in the state we are in, even when we go to the temple, then somebody who comes from South India will say, no, this is not the right way to worship God. And then from North India they will say, no, this is the way to worship God. And then you see we will fight over customs. So, some people think that when the milk spills, then it is it is an auspicious omen in some cultures. And then some people say it's a bad omen. So you don't know whether it's auspicious or bad, because people have different opinions, people have different customs. But here there is singularity of all of that. Now, how do we move from this plurality where there is so much of branching to this singularity? So, what is it that Shiv Baba teaches us, that when we imbibe, we move to this world? So you see, for one dharam, Baba says, leave all the consciousness of religion and just stick to your swadharam. Swadharam means the religion of the soul. And the religion of the soul is purity and peace. Okay, so Shiv Baba says that you stick to one dharam in every case. So don't think about what the Gita says, what the Quran says, what the Bible says. Think about which action is a pure action and a peaceful action. And just choose that. Let that dharam guide your actions. And then Baba says that when everybody sticks to Swadharam, then you will go to this world where purity and peace reigns. There is no, you don't need this Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, you don't need any of them. There is just the deity religion. And what is the deity religion? Deity religion is pure conduct. The religion of deities is purity. So when you choose purity in every action, then you go to this one dharam. Then one bhasha, one language. So these days we speak so many languages, and then still we have communication gaps. Yes, and then you see these days we are speaking so loudly and everybody has a voice. Nobody's voice is getting stifled and everybody is voicing their opinions and their ideas. And the more we voice our opinions and ideas, the more fighting is happening. So language which was supposed to help us communicate better is causing more miscommunication than communication. And I have in my personal journey, I have felt that silence is golden these days. So if you don't say anything, it works better rather than say. And because sometimes you feel that when you say something and communicate something, then the other person will understand it. But the problem is when you speak, then 80% of what you think gets conveyed, and only, or rather 90% of what you think and what is in your heart gets conveyed, and only 10% of what you say gets conveyed. And because there is disrespect and lack of love in the heart, that is why even if you are using very accurate language, it is not reaching the heart of the other. So even though you are communicating with very good language and using accurate words, that communication is not happening because your heart is full of disrespect and lack of love. And then there is this thing, you are wrong, and then we say you are wrong, and then the other person also says you are wrong. So there is no communication, we are not able to reach an agreement. And Shri Baba tells us that we go to this world where there is one language, and that language also so that language would be a different language which we will speak there. We don't know that language here, but we will not need to speak too much in this world. And in this world, our thoughts and feelings will get communicated very easily, because here Shri Baba is teaching us how to learn the language of love and respect. Yes, and then in Brahma Kumaris we have this practice of giving drishti. So when we meet each other, instead of saying something or jumping to say something, we try to just hold love in our heart and give drishti to the other person. So just look into their eyes, and when you are in remembrance of the ocean of love, ocean of peace, then your eyes carry that vibration of love and peace, and it gets connected to it gets communicated to the other soul. And you don't even need to tell you that we love you or we miss you, but everybody knows that this drishti tells them that you are loved and missed. So that is the communication. So we say that for going to this world of one language, you need to learn the language of drishti and the language of love. So this is one thing, and I will tell you one thing. You see, when Shiv Baba descends into the body of Brahma and speaks up to 1969, and in 1969 Brahma Baba becomes avyakt. So we say Brahma Baba transcended into his angelic state. What it implies we will understand some time later. But when Brahma Baba was no longer in the corporeal body, Shiv Baba still came and met his children and spoke the Murli. And the new instrument became Dadi Gulzar. And you know, when Dadi Gulzar's body, in Dadi Gulzar's body, we say Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba both descended and spoke the Murli. At that time, you know, there would be a big sabha, big assembly, and people from 140 countries, because the services of Brahma Kumaris are in 140 countries right now, and people from many religions, many cultures, speaking many languages would come for that congregation called Baba Milan, meeting Shiv Baba through Dadi Gulzar. And when we came for that, so you see, there are many children who come who don't even understand the language. Yes, and but they love to sit in that hall and feel the love that Baba is giving. So they listen to the Murli in translation. So somebody translates it for them and they listen to the Murli. But why do they travel so much distance? They could just, you know, sit at home and listen to it. But they make that effort because the language of love and the language of, you know, the drishti, that is serving the soul. And that is the language that Baba tells us to speak now. Speak less with the mouth and more with your drishti and more with your vibrations of love. And then third is one government, or you know, one Rajya. So now Shiv Baba says that here when you become self-sovereign, here in the Kali Yuga end, or here in Sangam Yuga, when you become self-sovereign means you become the ruler of your five senses: ears, eyes, nose, skin, yes, and what else? Aankh, naak, mukh, tvacha. So you, and mouth. So when you become the ruler of five senses, then you become self-sovereign right now. And then you become the ruler of your subtle senses, the mind, intellect and sanskar. And when you gain that sovereignty, then here you will have the power to rule the whole world. And one king can rule the whole world, and the whole world will be happy with that king. And nobody will try to, you know, make him descend the throne, and nobody will try to take away his Rajya and rule themselves, because everybody will be very happy to have them as the king. So Baba says that you need to be a self-sovereign, you need to be a master of your senses, your desires, your mind, intellect, and then you will be so powerful, spiritually empowered, that you will be able to rule the whole kingdom, and everybody will be happy in your kingdom, and they will not want another king. They will not try to topple your kingdom and bring another kingdom in place. So that is one Rajya. Then one custom. So you see, in Brahma Kumaris, which is, you know, this whole setup that we are practicing is based on the teachings of Shiv Baba, and Shiv Baba teaches us a lifestyle. You know, we have a whole day plan. So every BK gets up at 4 a.m. Yes, every BK is supposed to listen to morning class. Every BK is supposed to, eat pure food in Shiv Baba's remembrance. Every BK is supposed to practice, purity of thought, word, and action. Every BK is supposed to, offer bhog to Shiv Baba. So these customs, the commonality of customs in this Sangam Yug, they make us, when we go there also in Satyug, because all the Sangam Yugi souls will go to Satyug. So when we go there also we are harmonious in terms of customs. Okay, I remember there was this one brother and he did the course in this center, in North India, Delhi. And then he got admission into a college in South India. And then he said, I cannot understand the language there, so I won't go to the center there. And then I told him, no, you can go, you can visit, it's Baba's home, it is the same. And then when he went there, he said, Didi, they are speaking a different language. The Murli also they are speaking in Kannada. But I don't know, I feel it's the same Baba's home. Because the vibrations are the same, because everybody is, that love is the same, that purity is the same, that cleanliness is the same, the systems are the same. Yes, so this is the uniformity of customs here brings about uniformity of customs in Satyug. And then there is the uniformity of opinion. So when you only accept what Shiv Baba says as the truth, so Shiv Baba gives us the knowledge of, the 5,000 years cycle and about the soul and about our basic nature and our journey and everything, and who we belong to, who we should have attachment to, only one Shiv Baba. So Shiv Baba gives us all these opinions which are Shrimat, which are meant to make us elevated. So Shrimat means, Mat means opinion and direction, and Shri means Shresht, that which makes you elevated. So Shiv Baba gives us the opinions and directions which make us elevated. And Shiv Baba says, if you believe that you are a soul, if you believe that your original quality is not lust, anger, ego, attachment, as psychology says, but love, peace, purity, as I say. And if you believe that this world was not full of monkeys, it was full of deities, and you believe that you don't belong to the family you're born in, you belong to Shiv Baba. In the family, you're just a sevadhari, you are there to serve everybody. When you believe in all these things, then you come to this world where you are in alignment, because here, when we become when we become aligned with each other about who we are, who we belong to, what is our journey, then all our thoughts start becoming aligned. And when we go there also, we take this alignment with us, this sanskar of harmony with us. Okay. So this is how it happens. And then after we lose 50% of our energy because we have been in the cycle for half the time, so we lose 50% of our energy. Then in this, so the extension of the deity religion is the Hindu religion. So because we become impure and because vices have crept in, so we, under the influence of lust, anger, ego, attachment, greed, we start doing karma, because of which it doesn't feel right to call ourselves deities. So we start calling ourselves Hindus. Okay. Now you see, this word Hindu came from Sindh, Sindhu Nadi. From Sindhu, the word Hindu came. And no religion is named after a place or a water body or anything. Religions are named after the founders of religion. But because this was not the beginning of the Hindu religion. The Hindu religion was previously the deity religion. And because later on, because we did not do deity like karma, so we stopped calling ourselves deity and we chose to call ourselves Hindu. And then here in Hinduism, we started all this worship, okay? And then alongside, here in the towards the left hand, you see the Islamic dynasty by Abraham. So 2500 years back, Abraham formed Islam in the West, and Islam is the parent religion of Judaism, Christianity and Muslim, as you call it today. So the Islamic religions, they were all formed by Abraham, and Abraham established it in 2500 years back. And then Buddha in the East, Buddha came and he, we told that, the landmass, it got separated, and then in the West, people were also searching for their own, religion and what to practice. And then Abraham was the one who got some enlightenment. He was a Dharam Pita. So, there are 5 kinds of souls: Paramatma, Devatma, Dharamatma, Mahatma and ordinary soul. So Paramatma is one Shiv Baba. Devatmas are we souls who will become deities and rule the world for 2 yugas. Then there is the prophet souls, which are called Dharamatmas. And these prophet souls, they come in the span of 2500 years and they establish religions. Their job is to establish religion. And then there are Mahatmas who don't establish religion, but great souls who bring about reform and, movements like Raja Ram Mohan Roy or, Arya Samaj, Dayanand Saraswati. So they bring about reforms and they are called Mahatmas. And then there are ordinary souls who follow these. So there is the Dharmatma or the prophet soul of Abraham that comes 2500 years back, and then he establishes the Islamic dynasty. And then in the East there is Buddha. And you see all these prophet souls, they have a same pattern. So they are born ordinarily and then they receive enlightenment. Yes, so they do not study and become deities like us. We are deity souls. Shiv Baba comes, teaches us, makes deities. But these prophet souls, they come directly from the soul world. And they come in an already established body. And that's why when the new soul enters, that is the day of enlightenment. We will understand this more in detail later, but this is how prophet souls work. And there is the Islamic dynasty by Abraham 2500 years back. There is the Buddha dynasty by Buddha, established 2250 years back. Then Christ came 2000 years back. Then Sannyas dynasty was established by Shankaracharya 1500 years back. And then this Islamic religion was reformed by who we call Muhammad, and it was called Muslim religion. That happened 1400 years back. And then there was Sikhism that was formed by Nanak 500 years back. And then there are many mats and mandals and samads or isms, I belong to this guru, that guru, panths, cults, sects, ashrams, sabhas, societies. They keep growing because everybody is looking for peace. And then many souls there are great souls, Mahatmas, who become instruments to show some light. But while all this is happening, you see, when a religion is formed, then it is pure. Just like you see, when we started out in the deity religion, we were pure. But slowly all this branching happened and we lost our power and we took birth after birth and we became impure. Now, similarly, in every religion, you see there is later a branching. These branches come out in every religion, and what happens is the religion gets divided. So Islam got divided into many sects, and then Buddhism, Hinayana, Mahayana, and then Christianity into Protestant, Catholic. That was the beginning of division, and then within that also there are multiple divisions that take place later. And when anything that has power gets divided, then the power also gets divided. And then, similarly, every religion also starts going through the stages of Sato, Rajo, Tamo. So if you see, in every religion also there is in the beginning there is a golden era, and then there is silver, and then there is copper and iron. So every religion also goes through these phases, and the deity religion also goes through these phases. But all the other religions, they come in the last 2500 years, and the deity religion is the only one that was there before that. And then, in the last phase, there is these two, two cats fighting. And in India we say the two cats fought and the monkey ate the butter. So, or the monkey took the butter. So Shiv Baba says that these two cats will be the two superpowers at the end. So whichever countries are the superpowers, they will fight. And the ones who are doing yoga, the ones who are listening to Shiv Baba and creating their Satyugi sanskars, they will eat the butter, because out of this fight there will be a vinash, and from that vinash will pave the way for a new golden age. And in that golden age, who will rule? Not those who fight, but those who do tapasya and become eligible for the golden age. Okay, so this is how Shiv Baba is sowing the new sapling, sowing the seed has come and the new sapling is being created while this old tree is very old. Okay, so this is the knowledge of the Kalpvriksh. And there is a question, which yuga was Krishna born and the Mahabharat Yudh took place? So the Mahabharat Yudh will take place now. So at the end, when Shiv Baba comes and teaches us Rajyoga and the Gita, that's when the Mahabharat Yudh will take place. And Sri Krishna is the first prince of Satyuga. And you see, we are told that Sri Krishna came in the Dwapar age and he spoke the Gita there. Now, if Sri Krishna came at the Copper age and he spoke the Gita in Copper age, then why was the Copper age succeeded by the Iron age? Because when God comes, then a new world should come. Why would Sri Krishna come, and then why would there be no more chaos and more anarchy after that? So God comes, God is the purifier, God is the transformer. So God only comes at the end, and God is an incorporeal being of light, and He comes, and when He teaches, then the Mahabharat war happens, and after that there is this one dharam. So in Gita we say, Anek dharmo ka vinash ek sad dharam ki sthapna. So Gita is recited so that all the religions are destroyed and only one religion is established. So if that was the promise, then why did Kali Yuga come after Dwapar Yuga? So Shiv Baba says, I come, I am God, I am teaching you Bhagavanu Vach, and when you follow what I say, then you go to that world where there is only one dharam, one rajya, one kul. So this is the time of Gita, and this is when Shiv Baba has come and teaching us the knowledge of Gita and Rajyoga. How to deal with racism. I am thinking I don't have a perfect body. So you see, racism you mean skin color. So if you mean the color of skin, which, or so the okay. So you have to understand that this body is just a costume. Yes, you are not the body. And who are you? You are a very beautiful, shining, sparkling star of light. And when you see yourself, then others will see you, not the body. But because you are body conscious, other people see the body. I will tell you one incident. Once I had to meet a dignitary and invite them for a program. And when I set out, when I left home, one car came and my whole sari got dirtied. And then I had to reach on time. And if I got late, that appointment won't work. So then I went with that. And I was totally oblivious to what was down there. And I was just remembering myself as a soul. And do you know, in that whole meeting, not a single person observed that, dirt on the lower end of the sari. Because I was not seeing it, nobody saw it. So other people see what you see. Have you seen that sometimes you have something on your dress and you are not aware of it, and then nobody notices it, but once you become aware, everybody else is also noticing it, and there are 10 people who come and tell you this is there. Why? Because you become aware and then you make other people also see that. So just become aware of yourself, you the soul, and try to get over your body consciousness, and then other people will also see you for who you are and not see you for who you are not. Okay, Om Shanti. Let's thank Baba for some time. I sit in the awareness that I am in the company of my Supreme Parent, my Baba. In this moment, everything is a blur, and there is just me, the soul, and my Baba, the ocean of love. My heart is connected to my Baba. And the love flows into my heart. And as this light of love flows into me, I feel accepted. I feel respected. I feel healed. I feel nourished. And I feel that when I have Baba with me, I'm very powerful. Just sit quietly and let your heart absorb the light of pure love.
बहुत दिनों से भटक रहे थे हम एक भूल भुलैया में, वो दिन बीते अब बैठे हैं हम एक ठंडी छैया में, हम एक ठंडी छैया में। जो सहारा ढूंढते थे वो सहारा मिल गया, मिल गया। ओ
हम जो सहारा ढूंढते थे वो सहारा मिल गया, मिल गया।
हमको हमारी खुशियों का संसार सारा मिल गया, मिल गया। ओ
हमको हमारी खुशियों का संसार सारा मिल गया, मिल गया।
जग में हमारे वास्ते बंद थे सारे रास्ते। जग में हमारे वास्ते बंद थे सारे रास्ते। हमको हमारी बंधन से अब छुटकारा मिल गया, मिल गया। हो
हमको हमारे बंधन से अब छुटकारा मिल गया, मिल गया।
नैया बिन खिवैया थी। भंवरों के बीच नैया थी, नैया बिन खिवैया थी। घबरा के हमने पुकारा तो